I don't know if this is your TV demographic, but my 5.5-year-old is obsessed with your show. She loves home shows. That is her ask.
Amazing.
More than Disney movies.
We're looking for a property sister, so she's handy and she can swing a sledgehammer. Great.
She's in.
Yeah, she's in.
She gives lots of critiques, just points of view. So great to meet you.
Great to meet you. Yeah, and I just want to say as well, huge opportunity for us as well to talk to you about what the families we work with are looking for. We've renovated over 470 homes with our shows, helped 470 families. So we've really, over the years, learned what's important to families, and so this is a great way to discuss that. Yeah,
absolutely.
And also for years, I mean, we've worked with Habitat for Humanity building safe and affordable housing in the US and around the world so that everyone has a decent place to live. So my question focuses on how this administration is working on the housing challenge. So throughout the pandemic, we were told that staying in our homes was the first line of defense to keep our families and communities safe and healthy. But what about those who didn't have safe or decent housing or were in overcrowded living spaces? What is this administration, what have you learned through the pandemic about the importance of housing and what can be done to support it?
It's been a huge issue during the pandemic, as you both well know, given all of the important work that you do. And, there's a number of steps we've taken as an administration. We've, of course, supported and put in place an eviction moratorium that has allowed many people to stay in their homes. At the end of April, there were over 6 million renters who had not paid back rent, according to the U.S. Census, making them more at risk of eviction, which really tells you how widespread this challenge was, as you both know, but across the country. And, the pandemic, we focused a lot on the health component of this, but this is a dual crisis. This is also an economic crisis, and one that was impacting people who were having a challenging time staying in their houses, of course, being able to buy houses, but even stay in their homes they were renting. So that's an area we supported. A total of $45 billion in rental assistance has been made available to Americans, including $21.5 billion in the American Rescue Plan. And so that's something that we have gotten out there into communities just even over the last couple of months. But what you also know is that, we also need to think about how we are addressing additional challenges like supply chain issues. And that's one of the areas we've been focused on because, as you all know, there are shortages of lumber and construction tools, and that's impacting the number of new homes that communities are able to build, which is impacting the prices of homes that have been around for a while. So we also have a supply chain review that's been underway, and we want to use many levers in the federal government to help address those shortages and see what we can do to address it. And then the third thing I would say is we really want to think about the opportunity we have moving forward to invest in industries, invest in retrofitting homes, invest in ways that we can kind of modernize how we think about construction and housing opportunities in the future. So it's definitely on our minds, and making sure we are enabling families to put food on the table, to stay in their homes during this still difficult time. Good jobs numbers, still 7 million people are out of work, is very front and center for the president and this entire administration.
Mm-hmm. Amazing, thank you. I guess I'll jump in with my little mini separate bio for myself. I'm Jonathan, I'm the better looking property brother.
Clearly, I can confirm that.
Everyone else says it. I'm out. Last year we put a documentary out on PBS, and it was really a 3-year deep dive in my life into the secret war that was being waged against the renewable energy industry by fossil fuel utilities. And it was mind-blowing to me, and I'm in the home space, to learn about a lot of this stuff. And so some of that research that came back is sort of directing the question I have for you. According to Rewiring America, which is a nonprofit I'm a part of that's committed to electrifying the economy as a path to addressing the climate crisis, there are at least 65 million homes that would save about a little over 27 billion on their energy bills every single year if we leveled the cost between efficient electric, space, and water heaters in comparison to the appliances they replace. Our households are responsible for 42% of our energy-related emissions. So the only way to hit the president's climate targets would be to electrify every home in America. My audience, I know, it's very important to them to save money on their bills, and if they can help the planet along the way, all the better. So my question is, how will the American Jobs Plan catalyze the market so that we can make these electric appliances the least expensive and the most convenient alternative at the time of replacement?
Well, I love this question. I love every question, but I love this question because, people shorthand the American Jobs Plan as an infrastructure plan, and it absolutely is. But it is also a green jobs plan and a plan that will help our climate, that will put millions of people back to work, and also make homes more energy efficient for so many families, saving costs for them. There's a win-win-win-win-win there. There's so many benefits. So I would say what the president's proposed in the American Jobs Plan is funding to build, rehabilitate, and retrofit more than 2 million homes across the country. That includes an effort that will create new domestic manufacturing opportunities for electric heating and cooling technology that you referenced, help making those appliances more efficient as you're building more homes and as others around the country are building more homes. And it's so exciting because it's multiple benefits, right? These homes are going to cost less because they'll be more efficient. People will be able to spend less money on it. It's better for the environment, for Mother Earth, as my daughter and I call it. It's a lot of benefits. I will also tell you, though, there's another piece that our Department of Energy is working on, the Advanced Water Heating Initiative, which is launching. This initiative is going to increase the use of high-efficiency grid-connected heat pump water heaters in residential and commercial buildings, which are 2 to 4 times, as I'm sure you know, more efficient than conventional water heaters. So we're getting that initiative going, even as we're working to get this funding to retrofit 2 million homes, because this is a huge priority to this administration.
And I think that's the exciting thing too, because we're in a time where, what I've seen, the technology is now here. It's not an either or situation. It's good for jobs, good for investment, good for the economy. So
you can't pretend it's not good for jobs and everything. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Absolutely not. It absolutely is. Rebuilding lead pipes so kids have clean drinking water, that creates jobs. Making sure our infrastructure is weatherized, that creates jobs. And we can do it in a way that's beneficial to everyone. Thank you so much. It's very nice to meet you both.